Have you ever noticed that the person who listens the best is often the one who is heard the least? You pride yourself on your empathy. You are the one who gets it. You are the person who can sit in the wreckage of someone else's emotions and offer a steady hand, a calm voice, and a profound sense of understanding. But there is a secret, heavy truth that few people dare to voice. Your greatest virtue might be your heaviest burden. There is a hidden cost to being too understanding, a psychological tax that slowly erodes the architecture of your own identity. Today, we are going to peel back the veil on the martyrdom of empathy. We're going to explore the hidden trap of compulsive agreeableness, uncover how your kindness may be making you invisible, and finally, we will discover the path to radical honesty, the only way to reclaim your voice in a world that asks you to keep it quiet. We begin at the threshold of the yes trap. Most people believe they are being kind when they are being understanding. But there's a critical distinction that changes everything. True kindness is a proactive choice made from a place of internal strength. It is a gift you give freely. Compulsive agreeableness, however, is a survival mechanism. It is a fear that saying no, expressing a grievance, or holding a boundary will result in abandonment. When you say yes because saying no feels physically impossible, you aren't being empathetic. You are being self-sacrificing to the point of self-erasure. You are not building a bridge to someone else. You are dismantling your own house to provide them with a roof. This creates a cycle where your boundaries are treated as optional by others. Because you never demand space, they assume you don't need it. This leads us to the first great cost, the invisibility effect. This is the most jarring reality for the empath. Because you are always the one accommodating, explaining, and absorbing the weight of other people's mistakes, people stop having to do the hard work of thinking about you. You become a utility. You are the emotional scaffolding for everyone else's narrative. When you are always the understanding one, you become a background character in your own life. You are the constant, the reliable, the one who stays. And because you never demand to be seen, the world assumes you are content to remain unseen. You are present, but you are not there. Question: when was the last time someone asked what you needed without you having to volunteer the information first? We must then confront the power imbalance. Understanding without reciprocation is not a connection, it is a power imbalance. When your understanding is never met with reflectiveness, it ceases to be a bridge and starts becoming a license. It allows the other person to remain stagnant in their behavior because they never have to face the consequences of their actions. By always understanding why they are late, why they are unkind, or why they are inconsistent, you are inadvertently subsidizing their growth. You are carrying their weight so they never have to learn how to walk with it. The paradox of the boundary is this: sometimes the most caring thing you can do is to be difficult. True connection requires mutual understanding, not just one person making constant assumptions to keep the peace. Now, let's look inside. What does this cost you internally? It is not just tiredness, it is a systemic depletion of the self. To hold compassion for someone who continuously hurts you, you often have to actively invalidate your own feelings. Every time you tell yourself it's okay when it isn't, you chip away at your own self-esteem. Over time, this emotional labor creates a state of compassion fatigue. You eventually feel numb, not because you stopped caring, but because you ran out of the energy required to care. You are running on fumes trying to light other people's fires. There is a profound irony here. The people who understand everyone are often the most misunderstood people in the room. Because you spend so much time decoding others' motives and feelings, you often lack the language or the permission to have your own needs decoded by others. The most resonant truth is this: being misunderstood isn't about people disagreeing with you, it's about people not seeing you because you spent your whole life seeing them. We live in an age of eloquence, where we can explain why someone is the way they are with beautiful, complex sentences. But there is a gap between cognitive understanding and emotional resonance. You can perfectly explain why a friend is selfish, but that doesn't mean you have to live with the pain of their selfishness. You can understand the why of a toxic dynamic, but understanding is not a shield, it is only a map. You can know the map, but you are still walking through the thorns. Look at this bridge. This is the visual of your life right now. You've built the entire structure of understanding on your side. You have laid the stones of patience, the beams of empathy, and the deck of tolerance, but there is no other side, because you haven't demanded that the other person build their part. When only one side of the bridge exists, it isn't a crossing, it's a pier. It's a place where you stand alone, reaching out into a void that will never meet you. The turning point comes when you realize that your understanding has become a cage. The villain isn't the person who hurt you, it's the dynamic where your kindness is used as a license for their lack of accountability. To break this, you must move toward radical honesty. This means setting a boundary that might feel mean to your old self. It means saying, I understand why you did that, but I will no longer accept the consequences of it. It means choosing to be difficult so that you can eventually be whole. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They're the gates that define where you begin and where they end. When you stop being too understanding, you are becoming less kind. You are becoming more honest. You are demanding that the bridge be built from both sides. You are requiring that your empathy be met with effort.